Welcome back to Definitely Not Definitive. I'm Ken.
And I'm Bethany.
And we're just a fantastic couple in love that loves reacting to some Fallout.
Hell yeah, we do.
So this is Fallout Storyteller series, season 3, episode 13 and 14. We react to this every Thursday. This is Garden of Eden and Grampy Bone. Those are the two titles. I like Grampy Bone. That's great. And because it's Fallout, we have a drink. It's Bethany's got Bucky in her lap right now. He just had surgery, so he's fine and everything like that. But he's recovering right now. So I will showcase our Fallout drink, the Stim Pack Spritzer.
I'm doing mine on the side.
Stim Pack. Put it in. Stir it around. It's our official Fallout drink. We drink with all of our Fallout reactions. Cheers.
Cheers.
The Chosen One killed my pa. Not done spent the last 40 years looking for the son of a bitch.
Can't be the same Chosen One. The Chosen One was a heroine and kept the Enclave from killing just about everyone in California.
You must be talking about a different Chosen One. Person I met was a man. The devil in his eyes, the death claw in his heel. Kill you just for fun. Left a bloody mess in his wake wherever he went.
You're the know-it-all. Was the Chosen One a woman or a man?
The Vault Dweller left behind a written memoir of his adventures, but the Chosen One only left secondhand stories by those who witnessed the events. Some of those people say the Chosen One was a man. Some say a woman. Some say they did good deeds all up and down the coast. And some say the Chosen One was a ruthless monster.
Depending on how you played.
I can tell you the things that everyone agrees on if you'd like. A century ago, after the Vault Dweller defeated the Master and was exiled from Vault 13, they gathered others from the Vault and traveled north to the faraway realm of Oregon. There they found a patch of land separated from the rest of the world by great canyons, sheltering them from the troubles outside, safe from the wars between mutant, ghoul, and mankind. The Vault Dweller founded the village of Arroyo and lived under the open sky, far from the steel crypt where they were born. The Vault Dweller fell in love, had children and grandchildren, and many years later, one grandchild was chosen to leave the village on a quest that began humbly but ended up saving the world.
Chosen One? Who did the choosing?
Nobody. The village elder picked a direct descendant of the Vault Dweller and sent them to the Temple of Trials.
I know this part, Storyteller. How's about I take it from here? The Chosen One had to fight her way through the Temple
of Trials emphasis.
and reclaim her grandfather's Vault 13 suit and the old Pip-Boy 2000. Then she was ready to head out into civilization and take on the Enclave.
Actually, the people of Arroyo didn't know about the Enclave when that quest began. The Chosen One was looking for a piece of old Vault-Tec equipment called a Garden of Eden creation kit, was only concerned about saving a little village. The village of Arroyo was slowly succumbing to the wasteland around it. Crops withered or mutated. Brahmin died and children grew sick. The Garden of Eden creation kit had cold fusion tech from the back when times. It could turn a radioactive desert into a fertile land. Although results have reportedly varied.
Oh.
But the Gek was Arroyo's only hope, so the Chosen One settled their affairs in Arroyo, taking care of a few quests that weren't exactly epic.
Have you found my dog yet?
Then they walked out into the maelstrom of decay.
Hey,
with no
finding a lost
clue
dog,
where
that
to
could be an
find
epic
that
quest.
Gek, except a canteen emblazoned with the sacred number.
Well, what happened next?
I'll tell you, right after you tell me a story. The story about this android we're chasing. Junior and I have both helped you on your quest, but we barely know anything about it.
Been a little curious myself.
Look at it like this. If your mission is so important, you're going to want to keep your team informed so we at least know what we're up against. Seems like your android is smarter than any robot I ever saw.
That's because it's more like a cyborg. Has a human brain in it.
Whose brain? Did someone volunteer? Or did the NCR just take it?
We're not monsters.
Not what I remember about the NCR from when I lived out west.
We didn't take it from anyone. We grew it.
You mean cloned it?
Didn't know they could clone people.
Doesn't work so well when they clone a whole body. Just ask Gary. But in Vault City, they successfully cloned replacement limbs and organs.
And a brain.
Whose brain?
What I'm about to tell you is classified. Tell it to anyone, and I mean anyone. I'll hunt you down myself. A while back, our research team dug through Vault 13, looking for anything that could explain what made the Vault Dweller and his grandchild big damn heroes. Vault Tech education programs, training simulators, maybe something genetic? Vaults have good medical equipment, kept records on all of their inhabitants, part of some crazy scheme the Enclave had before the war. Even had blood samples.
So you tried to build your own savior, your own Vault Dweller. I bet you wanted to make an army of heroes to spread your glorious republic across the continent at any cost. Manifest destiny in reverse.
Every damn thing I hate about the NCR right there.
Yeah, well, the project didn't make it past the prototype phase. All them stories you've been telling about how the Vault Dweller could kick the crap out of anything in the wasteland? Right on the money. It went crazy. Woke up from the simulation we programmed to replicate the Vault Dweller's life and broke out. Got through NCR police, the army.
Damn.
Even gave the Rangers a slip.
Dude, was
So
this
you
his
wrangled
Yeah,
a
there was a
couple of dumb
jaw on the
bastards
ground.
into helping you chase it.
Motormouth here knows the roads leading east. As for you, you got the only working car around.
Why ain't I lucky, Luke?
The Republic will compensate you for your help. Money, water, meds, a pardon for the many ethically questionable things I'm sure you've done in your lifetime.
What's your stake in this?
First, she threatened to kill Edna. Then I wanted to figure out what stupid mistake the NCR was trying to cover up. Now, I don't know. I sure wouldn't mind telling people about the time I beat up the Vault Dweller. Our little adventure could make for an interesting story one day.
Guess this story would let a fella get drink for free in every bar between here and Frisco. All right, then. Let's go find your tin man and clean his clock.
All right, so we finally got some more context for the story and trying to build their own savior, huh?
Yeah, I love the fact that oh my god, I'm blanking on her name.
Helen.
Helen, thank you. Has top secret information. So to have her in this conversation suddenly get all CIA ops and like, okay, but this is top secret, and if you say anything, I'm gonna have to hunt you down. Which is kind of like a nice change of pace to her. And yeah, I mean, it was interesting. Yeah, Garden of Eden, not so much.
Yeah, not so much. I want to know like what happens if you because it said it had varying results, and then there was like those little green monsters that happened when it opened up the kit, and like you tried to make the the Garden of Eden, I guess.
And they were bobbing.
Yeah, and they were bobbing. Yeah, so I want to know how that came to be.
And what other variations are there? I mean, because we've seen some horrific variations, obviously in Fallout, but like the little green dudes that are kind of like half amphibian was probably one of the coolest I've seen. So I want to know if there are more like that.
All right, let's go to Grampy Bone. I'm excited about this one.
Abomination!
Uh-oh.
Defiler! Yeah!
Oh, they don't like cars.
Next time I tell you to go around to Luddite City, you might want to listen.
No more scenic routes. We gotta be right on top of the android by now.
Unless it took a shortcut through the mountains. Dog carts can go places even a highwayman can't drive. Of course, the Chosen One drove a car just like this. He found routes through every part of California. Found it in a town called The Den, but first he stopped in a village.
I think you meant to say she stopped in a village.
Hey,
It was in a village called Klamath that the Chosen One met their first friend from outside their village, a tribal named Sulik.
I heard about him. Was a wild man from the great salt water. Had a bone through his nose and everything.
His grandfather's bone claimed it let him speak to the spirits of his dead tribesmen. But Grampy Bone didn't warn him about the dangers of causing trouble in Klamath. He drank, brawled, and then incurred a debt to a local saloon owner and wound up in indentured servitude.
The North was full
That
of
sucks.
slavers in those days.
And the Chosen One figured it by himself his own slave.
They were friends. She said so like free.
However it happened, the two of them had some minor adventures in Klamath,
Torthy bugmen hurt moo-moos.
including some Brahmin rustlers and a little rat problem.
Ugh.
A talking rat problem.
What?
King Rat, claw tear you! Claw tear!
A talking rat.
Just get to the part about the den.
The Chosen One only went to Klamath because of a man named Vic. Vic was a trader who sold antiquities to the tribals and had once brought a Vault 13 canteen to the Chosen One's village of Arroyo. Vic was the only lead in locating the pre-war technology they needed to save Arroyo. He had run afoul of a gang of slavers, and he ended up as an unpaid Mr. Fix-It for the Slavers Guild in the Den.
The den was a jet-fueled hive of scum and villainy back then. Chosen One fit right in. I hear tell that Chosen One traded Sulik to the slavers for Vic. Sold his only Fred.
Accounts vary,
Oh,
but the Chosen One managed to free
That's
Vic,
such a
and
dick
Sulik
move.
was still with the team when they
Yeah.
came to the Brotherhood outpost in the Den.
Did your guys send her on a suicide mission? Like they did with the Vault Dweller?
The Brotherhood learned their lesson by then. They gave a little encouragement to the more promising people that came by their outposts. In the Den, the Brotherhood had a ruggedly handsome young man named Joshua standing guard outside the outpost.
Did he give any help at all?
He was a kind-hearted young fellow, but a bit terse in those days.
So, no help at all.
Plenty of business in the den for a slave trading, drug dealing grave robber like the Chosen One.
The Den did have its share of business opportunities for anyone who wanted to facilitate gang wars or help barkeeps sabotage each other. But there was an opportunity
Sounds
to
like some
help
fun
an
side
honest
missions.
mechanic get his car running. And many folk in the Den still swear that they saw the Chosen One lay to rest the bones of a woman whose ghost haunted the town.
Coming up on Dogtown now.
it's not all
Poor
his friends.
Haven't
Yeah.
passed our android. It must have had a good time while fighting crazies back in Grand Junction.
Yeah.
Aw.
No, I think she's getting her mean face on. There you go. Yep.
Well, okay then, Edna.
Oh. She hates dogs.
Nothing moving on two legs as far as I can see.
Most folk avoid the place. The Legion technically rules here. They only ever come here to catch hounds for their army.
Let's hope your android left a trail of dead dogs for us to follow.
Might be better off staking out the roads east and ambushing it on the way out. I don't want to get used to killing dogs. It isn't right.
You're used to killing humans.
Maybe the android isn't in such a hurry
That's
to
not right
leave.
either.
If it's a human brain in a robot body, then it needs something here. Maybe biomed gel, the goo that keeps brains alive in cyborg bodies.
And the Denver police use cyborg dogs. Has to be a brain goo depository in one of the police stations.
Big city, lots of stations.
Yep, let's roll.
And the amulet's return brought peace to the vengeful spirit.
Quiet! You hear that?
What?
Hello?
That!
Must be a ghost.
Who's on this channel?
I am bored. Will you play with me?
Some kid is using my headset's frequency.
Most of that ranger gear used to be police equipment before the war.
Kid, where are you?
Who's the cyborg?
You are close by.
You can see me?
I can smell you. You are getting closer.
Something weird is going on. Stop
Yeah.
the car.
I can smell you. Well, that's not
Spread
creepy
out
at
and
all.
stay under cover.
You are almost here.
If this is a trap, they're hiding really well.
It's definitely a trap.
Told you it's a ghost. Boo.
Don't scare
Aw.
Edna. She'll zap you.
Yeah.
I am not hiding. I am right here.
Your imaginary friend still talking to you?
Very funny. She says she's right here. What are you?
I am a dog augmented intelligence system. Cyberdog gun model Y.
That's a mouthful.
You may call me Daisy.
So the voice belongs to Daisy, who's a really big gun.
I guess so. That like, I don't know, like maybe was at one point attached to a dog, but like the dog's brain is still in it. But like, yeah, I don't really completely understand what was going on there.
Not being funny, but that's not where the episode should have ended. That was an incomplete episode.
Yeah, definitely an incomplete episode. Unless, I mean, you know what's going on. And then, you know, just like, it's like, okay, you're excited by getting this like weapon. It's probably a weapon that you can get in the game, I imagine.
Yeah.
Don't like that Edna's like, you know, hates dogs. That's not good. We gotta break her of that.
Well, just show her Bucky.
Yeah. That's
But
true.
not when Bucky's hangry.
Yeah.
He's a bit of a dick when he's hangry.
So maybe not show her Bucky first. Maybe just show her pictures of Bucky. Because, like, you know, I mean, she did just shoot first and ask questions later.
True. That's true. A very valid point.
Yeah. I like that Helen, though, is protective of dogs and, like, feels bad about shooting them. Yeah. And, man, what a dick you'd have to be. Like, okay, now, admit it. How many of you sold the guy when you were playing the game and sold him into slavery? That's a dick move.
That is definitely a dick move.
Let us know what you thought about this down below in the comments. And if you want all of our Fallout reactions, check out the description of this video. We got a playlist there for you. As well as a link to our Patreon and get early ad-free access to our Fallout reactions. Thanks so much for checking out our reaction for Fallout Season 3, Episode 13 and 14. But just keep in mind
That our reaction is definitely not definitive.